Good fella morning and nice fella greeting long you fella everyone today. Monday the 20th of September will mark the 150th anniversary of the martyrdom of John Coleridge Patteson, the first Bishop of Melanesia. So it's a pleasure today to greet you in the pidgin language of the Solomon Islands. Patteson offered himself to Bishop Selwyn for the Melanesian mission as a young priest and arrived in New Zealand in 1855. Selwyn clearly saw his leadership potential and so appointed Patteson to be in charge of the Melanesian mission just 2 years later. Being a missionary bishop himself, Selwyn saw the value in Melanesia also having a missionary bishop to lead that mission. And so in 1861, Patteson was appointed first Bishop of Melanesia. He carried a vision for Christian faith being embedded in the culture of Melanesia and in its languages. He foresaw the day when the Melanesian Church would be led by its own people, by its own bishops. Those around Auckland will probably be aware of the stone buildings down on the foreshore at Mission Bay, the site of an early school for young men who came from Melanesia to be trained to become leaders and teachers in the church there. Now, that strategy was something of a failure, and Patteson saw increasingly the importance of the mission taking place in the islands of Melanesia itself. He gave more and more time to being there. In 1871, Patteson was leading a missionary journey in the Tumotu province, the easternmost part of the Solomon Islands. He landed on the island of Nukapu and was soon after murdered. With him were two other missionaries, Stephen Taruaniara and Joseph Atkin, and they died some days later from wounds that they received as well. We're not really sure of the motivation for that attack. It may have been a retaliation or even the fear of them arriving to be part of a growing slave trade around the Pacific and around Melanesia, young men taken from those islands to go and work elsewhere. We may not know, but what we can say is that Patteson's life was taken by those for whom he would gladly have given it. We celebrate then the memory of John Coleridge Patteson, Bishop and Martyr. We celebrate also our historic links with the Church of Melanesia that date back all of those years and before, and that continue today. Thank God for our friendship with the Church of Melanesia and with Archbishop Leonard and his priests and bishops and people there. We thank God for the support given to the Church of Melanesia by the Melanesia Mission Trust Board and the New Zealand Advisory Council here, for the way in which we carry tangibly our links of Melanesia through St Andrew's Church, which is the Melanesian Martyrs Memorial Church in Koimarama. As we carry that memory closely with us in this 150th year, may I offer this collect for the Memorial Day for John Coleridge Patteson. God of the southern isles and seas, we remember with thanksgiving your servant John Patteson, whose life was taken by those for whom he would freely have given it. Grant us the same courage in extending your gospel and readiness to share our life with others. For the sake of Jesus Christ, our Redeemer. Amen.